But when power jam power, the lesser power must power. Now, money is tripartite. Money has a past, money has a present, money has a future.
Next question says, is the Billionaire Conclave a cult group? I'll trace that.
We have a meeting one day, and in most of our meetings, we share a lot of covenant secret of taking over in the marketplace. Things we cannot share openly to everybody except you are inside. We are using something, we cannot deny it. That means when you join us, you are going to become a part of those that decide what happens in the marketplace. Most of the time, people think that they cannot afford to save, or they can afford to go through life without saving. But you can't afford it, because see, when you don't save, you are not safe. What you save is what saves you.
Hello again, my name is Precious Ochaya, and welcome back to Ask the Guru, your tough questions on finances. Yes, over the last 4 episodes, we've treated real estate, and now we are going into another section of your tough questions on finance. Do well to subscribe on our YouTube channel at My CSTV Global. And our guest for today, once again, 5th time in a row, is none other than the common sense guru himself, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Glad to have you again.
Yes,
we are so excited. This is the 5th time you are coming here. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So today we've been talking about real estate for the past 4 months, and now we are going into finances, and we've just been going around questions that people have. And I think one of the most recurring questions I've seen is the first question on my list, and it says, why do people find it difficult to save?
Wow, that's a whole series on its own. As a matter of fact, I did a series last year. I believe it's available on the YouTube channel, so they can go to the YouTube and get it, on developing a savings culture. And I think it's part 1 to 5. So what the question you're asking is like you're asking for 5 hours. There are many reasons why people find it difficult to save. And we're just going to look at a few of them. Number 1 is they don't yet understand the importance of savings. When you understand how important something is, you can't help but go for it. So most of the time, people think that they cannot afford to save, or they can afford to go through life without saving. But you can't afford it, because see, when you don't save, you are not safe. What you save is what saves you. So once you understand that this thing is important, you will do it. So that's one reason, because the way I explain to people is this: every money you are going to make in your lifetime will not be paid to you once. So if you're going to work for 30 years or 40 years, they won't pay you 30 years salary once. So what they are paying you now is a portion of all you are going to earn in your lifetime. So by the time you are earning that money now, I always say that money is tripartite. Money has a past, money has a present, and money has a future. So it means that money they are paying you, there is past inside, there is present inside, there is future inside. So if you spend every money you get without saving, you are eating your future. Which witchcraft passed that one now? So that is witchcraft. You are eating your future. So that's one reason. People don't understand how important it is for them to save. Another reason why people don't save is because they don't know how. Because most people are struggling. The money is not even enough. So you are now saying, let me to one. Hey, with this economy, now you now say I should come and save again. They are like,
let me save my life first.
Do these people know what they are talking about? So it's a balance between life and livelihood. But what they need to understand is that because your future is in that money, if you don't separate your future from it, you won't have a future. So a lot of people, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they said their future is bright. 10 years later, it's bright. The reason why this future that you have, because today is the future you spoke about yesterday. Today is the tomorrow you spoke about. So the reason why your today, which is your tomorrow of yesterday, is not bright, because you didn't do yesterday what you're supposed to do. So you might sit there and say, no, it shall be well. God is in control. My future is bright. In 10 years' time, you will still be struggling. Why? Because what you do today is what determines your tomorrow. So that is another reason why a lot of people don't save. And let me just say, one more reason, so that we can move on to other things, why a lot of people don't save is because they don't have the support system to save. You know, when our parents were growing up, our parents, our grandparents, those that came before us, they had what they call a susu. they had
Yeah.
Ajo, they
Ajo.
had thrift, they did contribution. And that community, that cooperative spirit makes them to save. So if 10 people come together and say, we're going to do 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, 1 million a month, depending on the level you operate in, that community, that support system, we are able to say by force.
Yeah.
Because if in January now we say 10,000, you don't carry for January, you go pay till December.
Sharp.
So that is why some people they don't have that support system because they keep thinking they can do it. So sometimes you need people to help you until you can now help
So
yourself.
that's like accountability partners.
Yes, it helps because I know people that do 1 million a month. And one person collects 12 million, another 12, and it helps them to buy land, to build house, to do a lot of major things that they want to do. But if you tell those same people to save 1 million every month, they won't be able to save it. So it's somehow good to have support system that helps you to achieve your goals.
Okay. Another question here says, give a deeper understanding of the body, soul, and spirit of money and how it affects our finances.
Okay, I think the person must be referring to this tripartite stuff. You see,
okay.
I have a series on the Trinity of money.
Okay.
And in understanding money, so if you don't have my book, so get my book, How to Create Wealth as a Career Person. I explain all these things in there and the School of Money, so they are explained. Now, money is tripartite. Money has a past, money has a present, money has a future. So every time money comes into your hand, you must activate the tripartite dimension of that money in order for you to become wealthy. It means that when you get an income, either salary or profit or whatever, once you get an income, a portion of that money belongs to your past to take care of the bills you have already incurred. A portion of that money belongs to your present to take care of your ongoing obligation. A portion of that money belongs to your future. It's called savings and investment. That's why I would say if you don't save, you are not saved, because if you don't release that future, there's no future for you. Now, money is a spirit. Money has a soul. Money lives in a body. Now, the spirit of money is called mammon. It's a spirit. This is not a spiritual meeting, but I'm a pastor, and since you ask the spiritual people, we have to go into the spirit. I see, in the kingdom of darkness, there are powers that govern different aspects in the kingdom of darkness. The same way our country have Minister of Finance that is in charge of finances, Minister of Health that is in charge of health, Minister of Education in charge of education. In the kingdom of darkness, there are principalities and spiritual entities that handle different aspects of the satanic kingdom. So there are demons in charge of sickness. There are demons in charge of alcohol and addiction. There are demons in charge of pornography and lust and all that. There are demons in charge of poverty and money matter. So when it comes to money, Mammon is the central bank governor of the kingdom of darkness. Mammon is the minister of finance of the kingdom of darkness. And the focus of Mammon is to ensure that the assignment of Babylon is fulfilled in the life of every citizen. Because you are either in the secret court or you are in the secret place. You are either doing it covenant way, kingdom way, or Babylon way, worldly way. So that Babylon way, that system of the world, that the Bible says the devil is the God of this world. That God of this world, being the God of this world, that world there is the systems of the world, not the geography. The systems that run the world, the devil is there. Mammon is now the one that handles the financial aspect. So the job of Mammon is to affect your impulse, your desires, and your choices. So you realize that when you don't have money, there are some things you don't desire.
I'm not craving it.
You are not craving for them. The very minute you have money, you start, that's Mammon. It tells you, save care. No, enjoy life. You don't suffer rich. Chop life. So that Mammon, that's what. So when you now see, sometimes it is after you have finished spending the money that your head will become correct. Because Mammon has fulfilled its assignment. It will now leave it to your normal self. When you make the next money, you repeat the same mistake. Because you have not conquered Mammon. So that's the spirit of money. It's called Mammon. So a lot of people do a lot of things. They don't know why they do it. It's because the spirit that governs your life is the spirit of money. It's Mammon. So when you see greedy people, covetous people, stingy people, you see people that are wasteful people, it's all Mammon. Now, the soul of money is the value of your currency in the marketplace. So you have what we call market force. So for instance, now we're in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we spend naira.
Yeah.
In the UK, pounds. In Europe, euro. In America, dollars. Now, what is the value of the Nigerian naira in the marketplace? You see that this year now our money has lost value.
Yeah.
Now that is the soul of money. So the soul of money is controlled by market forces. So we have fiscal policy, we have monetary policy, we have all kinds of policies that come from government, we have market forces, inflationary issue. All these things are the things that affect the soul of money. So the soul of money is the value that your money has in the marketplace. So if we are to define monetary souls, how powerful a soul is, we say pounds has a richer soul than dollar. Dollar has a richer soul than naira. So naira is a poor soul. So when they say we the masses, naira is like the masses of money. They are the poor souls. When money is gathering, naira will be in the gallery or in the overflow or in extension. Pounds will be in the front row, VIP sitting. You know, then dollar will have his own table. Then when you get there, naira may be in the gallery, in the overflow, or in the extension. That is what it means. The soul is the value of that money. And then the body of money is what we now call currency. So that paper you hold in your hand, that's the body. So bodies are different. Your body is different from my body. If you go to America now, they have Caucasians there. You go to India, so the body of money is the paper. That paper you are holding your money. So they have different color, different painting, different human being on it. That is the body of money. So when you are holding currency, you are holding the body of money. When you carry that currency to the market, whatever value that currency has in the market compared to other currency is the soul of the money. And then the spirit governing what you do with that currency is the mammon.
Wow.
So you see how it affects people now. So when people understand how these things work, you will now decide to shift into secret place and shift into covenant. And the way to conquer mammon is giving. That's all. It's very simple. Giving is the only way. Because you see, money is a good servant, but a bad master. Money is a tool for the fulfillment of purpose. So you are not supposed to serve money. Money is supposed to serve you. So what mammon uses to get people is greed and covetousness. So the way to conquer greed, conquer covetousness, and bring down mammon is giving. So when people argue with giving, and I don't have money to give, is mammon controlling you. Because whatever you have not conquered, you cannot conquer. Whatever you don't give, if you give 1 naira now, it means you have conquered 1 naira. If you give 10,000, it means that you are above 10,000. The day you are able to write 1 million and walk away, you are above 1 million. The day you give 1 billion, you are above 1 billion. So giving is what conquers mammon. But because people don't know, they keep remaining under covetousness and greed, and they realize that they are still in the same cycle. And that's the way it works. Giving, there's no other way. Mammon is conquered by giving. You sacrifice money, you let that money, you let money go to tell money you are my servant. I can drop you anytime.
Anywhere.
I can use you to fulfill purpose. Then money will say, this one we can't conquer him. He will only do what he needs to do. And that's the way it works.
Wow, this is a whole masterclass session.
Yes,
this is a whole, and it just makes me remember. I think one of the episodes you said you can never get full knowledge from short clips. You have to go into mentorship to get a full, inclusive details of everything. Which just brings me to my next question. It's like, next question says, is the Billionaire Conclave a cult group? How true is that? Because that is your mentorship.
Yeah. People have been, confused about, Billionaires Conclave. You know that word conclave?
Yes, that is giving
I remember when we were trying to look for a name for the group. So the Billionaires Conclave, for those that don't know, the Billionaires Conclave is a network of high net worth individuals, families, and organizations under my mentorship. We are now in 15 countries. I was in Australia months
15.
back, and then we have 3 members in Australia that has joined us. So we are now in 15 countries all over the world. So it's not a Nigerian thing. It's a global thing. And the reason why the Billionaires Conclave was set up was because the higher you go, the fewer the people that can speak into your life. As I was growing financially, because I'm a pastor, I'm also a businessman, I have a lot of mentors spiritually in the church setting. And as I was growing as a businessman, making money, I realized that I can't go and meet the bishop and say, Bishop, how do I bring container from him? Bishop, they are like, go and pray. I'm like, these people don't understand the marketplace. So I realized that I didn't have mentors that could help me with the finances. In the marketplace, the people that could help me, I didn't have access to them. They were either too big or not available. And it's like, so I'm just here now, nobody. So what I did was, I realized, because what I normally do with my life is I just want to make a difference. Anything, if I fail in a place, I don't want people to fail. When I struggle in a place, I don't want people to struggle. I say, okay, if I'm going through this, there may be a lot of younger people making money that need direction. So that's why I said, let me gather people and begin to, so that I can be available to them to help them. So when we now wanted to get the name, we're now like, okay, what name? If we call it Billionaires Group. millionaire, how much is it? If you have 1 million, it's not even up to how much dollars.
Yeah.
If you say billionaire, okay, billionaire, even 1 billion, how much is that in dollars? And all those stuff. So it's okay. Let's call it where we are planning to go. Even if people come, they are not billionaires. At least we will become billionaires one day. So that is how we now say, okay, the billionaires group, the billionaires team, the billionaires network, we're running through name. I just said, no, we need a name that can shake things.
Controversy.
You know, that can just cause something.
Shake everywhere.
So, and now, you know, and they were doing this new pope. You know, this new pope that is there now. You know, they were doing, and when the Catholic are doing this pope something, the conclave are the people that will go into the room. They are the ones that will vote, and they will now gather out the vote and put, and then the smoke will now come out. So those people in the outer court,
they don't know.
They are waiting for, when they see the smoke that is there, they say, they never choose pope. When they say, everybody will clap. So that means there are some people that should be in the room deciding what others see and what happens in the marketplace. So I just carry that name as a conclave. So I went to check the meaning of conclave, and I saw that, yes, now we are the one that run things. So when I say the billionaires conclave, that means when you join us, you are going to become a part of those that decide what happens in the marketplace. You are going to become a major stakeholder in the marketplace or in the industry where you function. So what has now happened is, when people come, there are things we do in the conclave. There are people that are not members of the conclave, don't know. And because I always say you are either in the secret court or you are in the secret place, then I say, hey, this secret place thing that these guys are talking.
This is not the secret court.
I say they have their own secret. Oh, yes, we do. Everybody is using something. Just be sure that what you are using is the right one. Because if you are not using something, somebody is using something against you. So yes, we are the conclave. We are a secret place of the Most High God. We are using secret. We are kingdom people. We use kingdom and covenant secrets. That if we tell you, you won't believe. So if we say, come and tithe now, you will argue. Pay first fruit, you say you don't believe. Come and fast, you say it's not by fasting. Come and pray. You say, so that's it. But we know what we are using. And I can give you testimonies upon testimonies of our. So when people now come and they say, I know that guy now, within 2-3 years, the guy don't blow. They say, people like say, I mean, cut soap. No, we are cutting more than so. We are cutting destiny for you. So we are not a secret cult. We are a secret place. And when you come, let me just give you 3 testimonies, just to let you know the kind of things that happens. So we have a meeting one day. And in most of our meetings, we share a lot of covenant secret of taking over in the marketplace. Things we cannot share openly to everybody except you are inside. So, and we do anointing service, we do communion service, we do mantle, we do talit, we do all kinds. So we did a mantle service where people came in. After we have taught, we then went into prayers and went to the secret place and conjured some things. And then I challenged them to sow a seed. Which is what is it? How can you be a business person? You come, they say make you. Now listen, you came for a program that you paid for, and they are still telling you to give again. You won't understand it because it's like all these people. Because that is why you are not there. When you are there, there are many things. So because look in this world though, so there are people that came and it's okay. They connect. So I gave them mantle. If you don't know mantle, when you join us, so I gave them a mantle. I said go. The presence of the Lord goes with you. This guy came from Port Harcourt. He has an estate, and the land has not been selling. He has written proposal to different people, and it's as if nothing was working. He left from airport straight to the estate, and he carried the mantle and put it on the ground in the estate. He said, I am just coming from Lagos. That Pastor Olumide Emmanuel said that this thing carries glory, that the glory of God will take over. Lord, prove yourself. And he prayed and carried it in. He has not gotten into his car. His phone rang. Wow. A place he has written proposal to. This is something that happened within 5 minutes. I mean, from boot to car. Say, so is that that proposal? Is the land still available? We are inviting you for a meeting. Before he got to his office, he got another call again. Hey, I saw an advert. What has happened? The siege is over. There was a covering over the land. When the glory of God came, darkness disappeared, because when power jam power, the lesser power must power. Yes, that's an example, just one. Another person came for a meeting, and she said, people were giving testimonies. She said, why is it that all the people giving testimonies, they are all men? There are no women. I said, well, the reason why they are all men is because it's men that are joining us, and it's men that are willing to become rich. That if you want to become rich, you can become the first woman that will become rich. And she said, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be one of them. I want to be seeing billion. Oh. And then I said, no problem. And I stretched forth my hands towards her. I said, but yeah, she desires it. Other women say, me too, me too, me too. I said, well, connect. And I told her, from today, a shift in your destiny. Today, she's doing billions. She has testified by herself. I don't want to mention her name. That's number 2. Number 3, we did a meeting again, one of our executive meetings. And I was led that this one, we should take communion so that blood will flow. So we took communion. And I prayed for them. Now, immediately we finished, one of the lady came to me and said, I don't know that. When I ate that communion, it's as if something moved in my body. It's as if I have land somewhere. I'm just thinking that. I said, go and come. Why will you have land? You will not know you have land.
As if
Do you know she has 15 acres that she bought somewhere? Or is it 15 or 30? One massive land that she bought, and she has forgot acres of land. Every time she leaves her office to go there, she just forgets. That she will even forget where she's going to. She will turn back. She called the man and said, Baba, it's me. How far with my land? The man kept quiet and said, repeat what you said. He said, how far with my land? The man kept quiet again and called her name and said, Ibololo. That means, where did you go to? That means she has gone somewhere that has broken the yoke. So when people now hear this kind of testimony, because they are not there to see that we took communion, they are not there to see that we did mantle, they are not there that somebody sacrificed, they are not there that somebody had a desire and then a prophet released something. They will not say, these people are using something. We are using something, no? We cannot deny it. We are using it. We are not a secret cult. We are a secret place. The place of prayer, worship, intimacy, and covenant. And it works.
I can't imagine the disappointment of people's faces when they watch this. Having to realize that, first of all, the name even came from a spiritual ground. From a spiritual gathering. And then the whole supernatural things that is going on. No. So speaking of that, since this is September and you have business sustainability coming up very soon. And I think it's one of your mentorship. It's
part of it. Let's come and collect.
So please, so the people that are interested now, if you could just give us a little.
Well, the Business Sustainability Summit, when COVID came, we've had a lot of crisis, but COVID was extraordinary. And many companies just closed up. Many people, by the time they came out of COVID, it was as if their entire life was starting all over again. So I realized that, wow, as someone that is mentoring people, I need to give direction to my people so that they will not be victims of things like this. So we came together and came up with a program called Business Sustainability Summit. The purpose is create a program where people will come, be trained and equipped to build for sustainability. Many people in business, they start business for survival. Survival mentality cannot be sustainable business. Many people are in different businesses that people have started that they are now managing. They just want to manage. Management mentality cannot build a sustainable business. You need sustainability mentality. You need transgenerational mindset. So we started that, and it's been amazing and phenomenal in the last 3 years. So the next edition is coming up Friday, 27th of this month, September, at the Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja. And it's just 500,000 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And joining me will be Nia Adesanya from Fifth Gear, a leadership guru. And joining me also will be Linus Okore from Gotney in Abuja, another leadership guru, because our focus is, I want to deal with the person. So as a leader, they will talk to us about leadership. And then I will deal with all the back end and the internal systems and lungs and livers and kidneys of the business that will help you to become successful. So 500,000, if you can, join us. I don't know if we still have a lot of slots. I didn't check to be sure whether we have slots. Call and get in touch. Then if you want to do the fully residential version, then you can join us. That one is 750,000. So you come in on Friday morning, but you leave on Saturday afternoon. So Friday night, we'll now do the,
Okay. So there's a different package for people that are staying back.
So people that are staying back will now do, we'll do gragagagagada.
May I not go for meeting and take half portion?
So people will, because we can't be doing that during the day, because some people are Muslims, some people don't believe in God, they are atheists, some people are just there for business. And there was all this, so we don't do any of that. We just give them the
full package. Is that residential?
Then if you now know that you want to go deeper, then you do residential. Then on Saturday morning, we have a breakfast hangout again, and then people can see me one-on-one for a few things, and I can then release some other prophetic grace. And they go. So that's so it's Dr. Olumide Emmanuel plus Pastor Olumide Emmanuel coming together to prepare your destiny.
If I were you, I would run to register like immediately. This is not something that you would want to miss. So one final question before we wrap up this episode. What is your take on the Nigerian stock market?
Well, the Nigerian stock market is amazing. It's been doing well. I know with the banking stuff now, people need to begin to see how they can maximize the opportunity of this new bank consolidation. So it's been doing well since this government came in. The stock market has actually been doing well. And there are a lot of stocks that have done amazingly well. So I think people should just do their due diligence. Don't join the bandwagon. Study, do your research, ask questions, get professional support and assistance and guidance, and play there. It's good. It's a good thing to do.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for joining us on this episode. And like we always do on every episode, after a session, we like you to talk about any land or products that you have for people to key in.
Well, for now, it's only the Abuja has few plots left, and Atonta, the Igwe estate in Atonta is the major one that is going on right now. So anyone that leads land, just call, because I'm not sure if the Abuja is still, I don't know how many we still have left. So, but when they call, they will let them know. But I know that Atonta, we still have a lot of. So for the Abuja, the promo is still on because we have a number one to sell. So the promo is instead of 6 million, you pay 3 million. And that will cover for everything. And then for the Agbara Atonta, instead of 4 million, you pay 2 million. And that will cover for everything. So those are the two main promos that are available for now. Then we have the houses. The houses are still there, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, they are there, both in Agbara, Atonta, Igu Phase 1, and in Ikorodu.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today on Ask the Guru episode 5. And like I said earlier, for the past previous 4 episodes, we'll be talking on real estate, and we're starting a brand new series on finances. So if you have not followed so far, check us on YouTube at MyCSTV Global. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell. See you at the next episode. My name is Precious Ochaya. Bye.